Hey guys, galacticmarine501's /JeskSimulFX here with a review I have been wanting to do for so freaking long. Um, this is Transformers Prime Soundwave. One of only two or I'm still deciding whether to go deluxe or to try to do Cyberverse with these guys. I will fully decide when I see RC and Arachnid get made in Cyberverse, because I want to get the entire main crew. I don't care about, like... I know this sounds kind of cruel because he died, but I don't care about Cliffjumper because he's not in the show much. So I don't care if they release 4 different Cliffjumpers, one with just to get the paraplegic cliff jumper thing or going or something. I don't know. I'm just spouting words. But since he's a zombie, he could be also a paraplegic, but let's just leave that one be because I don't want to make fun of paraplegics. But yeah, this guy includes Laserbeak, which is cool. I wish he included Ravage as well, but I don't see how they'd work a Ravage into this guy's design. That would be a freaking complex design. I would like to see a Ravage, though, that, like, this guy got, like, a cat that followed him around, then instead of having, like, a second mode, maybe, because, I mean, Ravage didn't really have, well, he had a robot mode, but he was mostly supposed to be in cat mode. Ravage had cassette mode, too. Have him maybe turn into a, spikier cat or something, like, have a, or do an orbital entry pod or something, or maybe a giant gun, something that docked onto Soundwave, maybe. I don't know, in vehicle mode. It would be cool. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a Ravage that somehow interfaced with this Soundwave. That would be cool. I don't really mind how, but I'd like to see him get one in Season 2 at some point, because Ravage is my favorite one of Soundwave's minion cassette guys, I guess. I wanted to say Minicon, but then I realized, no, he's not a Minicon. Oh crap, we got these environmentally friendly zip ties now. What is it with these? I mean, I know that they're paper so that they're more environmentally friendly, but they're much more annoying. Because you have to untie them instead of just being able to untwist them. These are less complex than some twist tie methods I've seen, though. It seems like it would be harder to package this guy with these. And they just basically subjected themselves to a stupidity hit, I guess. I don't know. Okay, yeah, his wings are extended fully. You almost feel like you could extend them like this to make them longer, but that reveals the hands, and that's not something that it's supposed to do. But yeah, God, this guy is actually excellent for being something as sort of streamlined as a stealth jet, as a stealth fighter. This guy really pulls it off really well. I'm gonna sort of half transform him just to get this band off. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now that I have it that far off, I should be able to just pop this wing down and slip it out. Wow, this guy's really nice. Okay, now, I'm either expecting us to sacrifice a ton in robot mode for this transformation, which it doesn't seem like he does from the picture. Like, because this robot mode, this vehicle mode is incredible. I mean, look at Wingblade. He was a stealth wing as well. He was modeled after the B-2 stealth bomber jet. Look at how he turned out in terms of being sleek and slim. He had pretty much his entire robot mode strapped to his bottom, to the bottom of the plane. Oh, look at this guy. Now, for being a robot that has to turn into a stealth fighter jet, which, by the way, those... Oh, you know what this is? This is a drone. A recon drone, yeah. Okay. This guy is one of those drone fighters. That's cool. And he actually pulls it really, really well. Pop the... Oh, you know what? Hang on. I'll give you his read-up. Soundwave is absolutely devoted to Megatron. In fact, he kicked Arachnid's ass because of it. He uses his ability to intercept any electronic transmission to ensure the supremacy of his leader and the eternal victory of the Decepticons over the Autobots. Of course, they have to get both Decepticons and Autobots into every read-up. But anyway, here is Laserbeak. This guy is cool. He's a little bird. Not that... He's nice. He's not that detailed because he's so small. But he does add something to the figure. And how does he lock on to the plane mode? Ah, I see. You peg him into his back. Lift these up. Lift these up. There we go. Now he has Laserbeak attached. I honestly think he would look better like this. Sort of disguised within him. There. Or you could actually plug him into the chest where he goes in robot mode. But that sort of assembles the chest for you, which is not really something you definitely want to do. There. I like having Laserbeak tucked away in the chest down there. It does add these little fins. Actually, you can almost put these up like this, just to make it slightly different, and to make him a little more aerodynamic by having the fins as extra wings now, or give him an X-wing on his butt, like that. I honestly think they look better going up, though, so they don't look as intrusive. But yeah, this guy is pretty nice. And as is the theme with this line, his head is nowhere to be found on this guy, which really does add to the Transformers aspect. From the bottom, you do see a lot of kibble, but I mean, look at how thin this guy is. He's got nothing under his wings. His wings are actually thin enough that this guy could take off. And if you want to give him like a secondary flight mode to make him a little longer and to, I don't know, beef him out a little bit, you can actually fold these out. Now sure, it reveals the hands, but still, that's a nice wingspan. Because, I mean, when I buy Transformers, I always like to think, what could the kids do with this? Like, what extra playability, like, little goodies are there that the kids could do? Now, kids who are fans of the show would know that he uses Laserbeak as a gun, so they could put him backwards to the way that they showed him in the instructions, and have him being used as a gun on his back, which is nice. And let's see if there's anything we could do to the front of it to make it look a little more menacing. Give him fangs, maybe? I don't know. Oh, this opens. To give him a little battle mode, I guess. There we go. A little less aerodynamic there, but yeah, give him a little bit of a spiked front mode there. I'm glad they didn't do this, because that would have basically said, yeah, we're going to do that thing that we do often where we tell you to half transform the thing and call it a mode. But you could do it, and if you're a kid, this might look cool to you. And that's... I always look into these things with the perspective of a kid. But let's get into transformation. You unclip the wings, and those will fold up. See how little of the wings I can actually fold when I transform him. Unclip Laserbeak, we'll put him on last, just because he is technically a separate character. Oh, that's cool. I didn't expect Automorph there. Okay, so you pull this back thruster piece down, and his head flips out. You fold the thruster in to fill up the area, and then, yeah. His head really does get lost a little bit in there. That's because it really does get lost in the show mold, the show model. So it's not really the fault of the figure that the head gets lost. Let's see. I gotta transform the wing a little bit more. Let's bring that down. Fit that together. Oh yeah, that gap is intentional. Okay, I gotta tell you guys something. Just so while you're transforming this guy. Those gaps in the chest there, were right here, those are intentional, because that's where Laserbeak sits. So don't go trying to force it to mold together better. But yeah, and then he has his wing arms, which I actually like, surprisingly. Then you split the front half of the jet, rotate his... No, I don't think you rotate his waist. Do you rotate? Because he does have his... Hang on. Let's see where you rotate it. I'm gonna consult the instructions. With deluxes, usually I can figure it out just from the thing, but... Oh yeah! Laserbeak also becomes his gun. Oh, no, that's not a gun, that's his... That's just him holding Laserbeak like a bird on his arm. Okay, changing to robot. Split that. Oh, I see. Okay. That's unique. This guy has canid legs. So, yeah. Sort of interesting. What do you do with these? Okay, so you fold this bit up. Oh man, that is really loose on there. I can see some kid breaking that right off. Is this going to fold all the way up? I'm afraid to do it. At least they made it in soft rubber, so it won't break as easily. Oh, this one's a little better. So I guess your mileage may vary on that part, on the back of his foot. Oh, that's his landing gear. Okay. He has landing gear. I didn't know that. Then you bring his legs back. His legs don't move that much just because of... Oh! You get a 90. You really do. You get a 90. That's nice. When you bring his legs back into the canid position, if you maneuver them through, you can get 90 degrees with it. So yeah, he can kneel down. Or be running and do some kind of kick. Do you also split that? Okay, so he has a non-transformation related bend at the hip for some reason. Which is kind of nice. I don't know why. I like it though. I like when they have articulation that's not really necessary, but they do anyway. But yeah, in order to get the 90, you gotta maneuver around some stuff. So yeah, just contend with that and you'll be good. And he has an elbow, but the elbow is higher than you think it should be because of those long forearms. And I guess you could consider that articulation, but that wouldn't be the way his arm would actually bend. I mean, I guess you could say that that was his elbow. And that this is a shoulder. articulation right here. And again, that is shoulder articulation. So yeah. If you want to make him a freak, you can give him a second elbow so he can scratch his head. Then again, he probably could do that since he's a robot. Yeah. But he can get a full 180 with his arms. Not transformation related. Because this would lock into here for the wing mode. So yeah, the whole joint here is not transformation, which is nice that they give you a whole 180 with a jet plane, with a jet robot that is this slim. And oh yeah, I'll do this now. Laserbeak. Set him up in his mode like this. Got to make sure everything is all lined up perfectly. And I hope we get. I'm actually thinking of going with the deluxes just because of how like intricate the transformations are. Even though the ones that Pig got that were I think Korean are better, I may get the Optimus from the Korean version just to get the screen accurate guns instead of the crappy blue weapons that they give in the American ones. That apparently can't be on Optimus without making obnoxious noises. So, yeah, nice one there. But anyway, here he is. Soundwave. Yeah, I gotta say I really like this guy. The whole thing works perfectly almost. I'm happy that they did the Laserbeak, right? I don't call him Laserbeak, I just call him a gun, honestly. I mean, he didn't get much love in the paint department, but hey, he's kind of an accessory. Yeah, so. And if you really want him to be, he can be a gun for Soundwave. I don't remember him doing this in the show. I don't know if he does or not, because I haven't seen the whole series. But yeah, you could do something like either this, have him fold down over Soundwave's fist. Give him a sonic fist if you want, where he can just sort of punch at extremely fast speeds. But yeah, give him something like that. Then again, I kind of remember that this thing could detach from his body, but he wasn't active when it did. At least that's what it seemed like to me from what I've seen of the show. I haven't seen much of Soundwave in the show, because I've only seen like 10 episodes and a few clips that I've searched of Soundwave. Specifically the one where he fights Arachnid. I like that scene. I haven't seen the episode that it's in, and I want to, but hey. Hub. It's the hub. I don't watch TV that much anyway, so yeah. But I definitely love this Soundwave sculpt. Now, how they could make repaints of this that I would buy, this color, this exact same color, with some extra accessory or something, like maybe Ravage, Frenzy, or something, make something like that, and then paint the heartbeat thing on his face, and I would buy that repaint. In a heartbeat, actually. And I think a lot of people would. Because this is sort of static, not saying anything Soundwave. Whereas the other ones could be trash talking or not. It's kind of obvious whether or not Soundwave is talking. And I'd like to get a talking Soundwave as well. That would be nice. But yeah. This guy, I'll give you another close-up. Face is awesome. The chest came together really well, despite the fact that he kind of has robo nipples, but we'll look past that. The arms, for being so thin, are awesome. The legs are executed almost perfectly. There's a little kibble back there. Almost no back kibble. The back is completely accurate as well. His back is. The backs of his legs are not perfect. Here, let me see. Does it show his legs in the picture? In the picture, if there is one. No, it doesn't. Yeah, hang on. That isn't too much of a stretch of the imagination what it actually does in the show picture. No, he can't do that. You could actually like pop these off if you are one of those people who don't care about your transformer working, want screen accuracy, you could almost pop these things off. If you only want to display them in robot mode and never want to transform them again because the transformation won't work right. But yeah, other than that, this guy is freaking amazing. It definitely makes me want to get more into the Prime line because they seem to be really good from the reviews I've seen. The transformations are very nice. Bulkhead is one. I'm not a huge fan of Bulkhead. I never was. But his transformation, I mean, the way he bulks out, the way he goes from a small vehicle to a big one instead of from just a hulking mass like the animated one did to a hulking mass to a short hulking mass. Um, the way this guy basically goes from a smaller car than his predecessor to a larger robot than his predecessor because they left out that stupid gimmick where his head flipped around um, and basically gave him a crap ton of empty space in there. That really impressed me and makes me want that figure too. Arachnid, I know I'm getting specifically because I like triple changers, and she is a triple changer. If she does do both her spider and helicopter modes, I don't know if she still has the spider mode. Hang on. Okay, so yeah. Now, hang on. I have one other thing that I want to discuss, but I need to get up a. Transformers Prime toys. Okay. Hang on. Let's see which ones I'd like. Sorry, this will take a few extra seconds. I'm just gonna kind of talk about the. Okay. As far as what scale I think I'm gonna go into, um, not liking the Optimus. Yeah. Okay, they just have a few figures here. I don't even have Shockwave. Well, that wasn't helpful. Anyway, yeah. Uh, I'm not liking the Optimus. I'm not liking the Voyagers in general because they put too much gimmick into them. Check out Peeg's review. I'm going to try to get that one that he got. If they do the same thing to the Bulkhead, then screw it. I'm going to drop the line and just pick up essential characters. And go back to Cyberverse like I was doing for Dark of the Moon. But I kind of want to get into this line because I really do like the show. I like the figures. They're much better made than a lot of the older figures. Animated, I mean, they made good figures, but a lot of their stuff was gimmick. Armada was loaded down with gimmicks. Cyberkeys didn't really intrude on the toys unless they were placed up Megatron's ass, but other than that. So anyway, Yeah, this guy, gotta give him a 10 out of 10. Definitely. Thank you if you stuck with me for this long. I'll see you guys at the next review. I may get Wheeljack, because he does look classic and I like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys.